They've not played a conference game. This is the conference opener for OBU. The Rangers come in 3 wins, 4 losses, but they are 1-0 in Sooner Athletic Conference play. They defeated Oklahoma Christian last week. OBU is 6-0 at home. They've yet to play a road game. They'll play Saturday on the road. Rangers are 3-0 at home, 0-2 on the road, and 0-2 on neutral floors. OBU tonight will, in this series, let me talk about the series. OBU leads the series 65 wins to 50 losses. They lost their last meeting. The Bison lost to Northwestern 90-76 in the Sooner Athletic Conference tournament. Before that, they had won 7 in a row, including both regular conference games last year. The Bison are 37-16 against the Rangers at home, 24-28 on the road. In Alva, 4-6 on neutral floors. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for OBU. Emmanuel Wilson, 6'3" junior guard from Norman, averaging 21 points, 4.2 rebounds, 1.5 assists. Heath McKay, 5'11" senior guard from Kingfisher, averaging 8.2 points, 1.8 rebounds, 3.3 assists. Jacoby Isham, 6'2" senior guard from Lawton, averaging 3.2 points, 3.7 rebounds, 8.2 assists. Derek Eccles, 6'5" senior forward from Brooklyn, New York, averaging 9 points, 6.2 rebounds, 1 assist. D'Angelo McIntosh, 6'6" senior forward from Chicago, Illinois, averaging 20.7 points, 5.3 rebounds, and 3 assists. We'll also see for the Bison, Desmond Griffin, a 6'4" junior guard from Lake Charles, Louisiana, averaging 4.7 points. David Johnson, a 6'1" junior, and Marquez Anderson, a 6'7" junior forward from Phoenix, Arizona, averaging 4.7 points, 5.8 rebounds, 1.5 assists. And Kane Obi, a 7'1" senior center from Enugu, Nigeria, averaging 4.2 points, 3.5 rebounds. The Bison averaging 99.2 on offense, giving up 50.7 on defense. They're shooting 58.1% from the field, 41.7% from three-point range, 69.3% from the free throw line, averaging 40.5 rebounds. Their opponent's 27.8, a plus 12.7 rebound margin. Bison averaging 24 assists, 13.7 turnovers, a 1.75 assist to turnover ratio, 3.7 blocks, and 14.7 steals. Northwestern Oklahoma, 3-4 on the season, will start Darrell Glover, 5'10" junior guard from Inglewood, California, averaging 9.7 points, 4 rebounds, 4.1 assists. Jonathan Freemeyer, a 6'6" junior forward, Kingwood, Texas, 14.96 points, 6 rebounds, 1.3 assists. Thiago Guilherme, averaging a 6'5" senior forward from Brazil, averaging 4.6 points, 3 rebounds, 1.6 assists. Marshall Bell, a 5'11" junior guard from Katy, Texas, averaging 14.4 points, 0.9 rebounds. He is probably the premier three-point shooter in the Sooner Athletic Conference. And the fifth starter, Easy Aquari, a 6'1" sophomore guard from Houston, Texas, 5.6 points, 2.7 rebounds, 1.6 assists. These are all of these players are returning lettermen from last year's ball club, Rangers ball club. Coming off the bench, Jeremy Felton, a 6'6" senior forward from Belleville, Illinois, averaging 15.6 points, 5.9 rebounds. They're averaging 77.9 as a team offensively, giving up 80.4 defensively. They've got a minus 2.5 win margin. Shooting 44.4% from the field, 33.6% from three-point range, 66.7% from the free throw line. Averaging 34.1 rebounds to their opponent's 40.3, a minus 6.2 rebound margin. 12.4 assists, 17.4 turnovers, a 0.71 assist to turnover ratio. So thus far this year, 2.6 blocks, 10.1 steals. The Rangers defeated College of the Ozarks 76-51 in their opener. At home, defeated Our Lady of the Lake from Texas 108-92 in their at home. So they were 2-0. They lost to Central Oklahoma on a neutral court 77-58. They lost to Southwestern Oklahoma State 90-77 at Weatherford. And then they lost to Southwest Christian 96-76 on a neutral floor. They played in Woodward. Then they defeated Oklahoma Christian 72-61 in Alva. Then they lost to Our Lady of the Lake in Texas 96-78. They may be 3-4 on the year, but they've They defeated Oklahoma Christian, one of the better teams in the Sooner Athletic Conference, in their opening conference game, and the Bison will need to be ready to play tonight because this will be a challenge for them. Doug Tolan, OBU coach in his 12th year, 311 wins, 81 losses in his career at OBU. He's 18-5 against Northwestern, 9-1 here at home, 7-3 on the road, and 2-1 on neutral floors. The Bison have defeated Central Bible 103-68, East Central 91-63, Dallas Christian 80-57, Manhattan Christian 103-27, Central Bible 100-37, and Nebraska Christian 118-52. This will be the stiffest competition OBU has faced thus far, other than the exhibition game they played against Oklahoma State University. Northwestern, coached by Andrew Brown, who's in his 5th season. He took Northwestern to the Sooner Athletic Conference Tournament Finals last year. Rangers and the Bison have had some good matchups during the years, particularly in recent years, and this one should be an excellent ball game. Had an opportunity to visit with Coach Doug Tolan a little earlier. Let's hear from him now as he talks about tonight's contest.
Coach, the real season starts tonight.
Yeah, it really does. Everything you do leading up to now, whether you play really good teams or not very good teams, is to prepare for beginning after Christmas or Thanksgiving in this case now, and for conference season.
The Rangers come in 2-3, I believe, on the season. Played well at home, but not as well. Maybe it's 3-4. I can't remember, but they've played well at home, but not as well on the road. But a very familiar lineup for us. Everybody that starts for them has played against us before.
Right. I mean, the 5 that are starting tonight all didn't start last year, but those 5 were in the top 7. The 2 that start now were the first 2 off the bench. So the 3 guys that are back that started last year, Glover, Bell, and Freemeyer, were the 3 leading scorers for them the last time we played them. So, yeah, we're familiar with those guys. They're a year older, a year bigger, stronger, and better, and probably improved as a basketball team.
And Gil Ermi, he's kind of a slender post player, but he's a pretty good shooter.
Well, he's a good shooter, and plus I think he really plays hard. He really competes and does the things that they want him to do. Good defender and blocks out, and just comes up with loose balls. Just a really good player. Makes whatever team he's on would be better, I think.
Bell, of course, Marshall Bell, a really good three-point shooter.
Well, and we know that, and we've talked about it, and we worked and tried to guard him, and I figured up last year we played him 3 times, and he was 15 of 26 from the three-point line against us. I mean, that's incredible. Too many good looks in that, but he made some tough ones. So we hope tonight that when he makes them, we hope they're all tough. We hope he doesn't get those wide-open ones where we lose him and, don't fight through the screen or get around the screen. But he's very, very difficult to guard, and you've got to do a good job on him.
You defeated the Rangers here last year and in Alva, but lost to them in the SAC tournament.
Yeah, early in the year it was kind of a back and forth game, and then we were able to play just well enough to win here. And then the last week of the regular season, we go up there literally in a must-win situation, and tough place to play against a good team who was desperate. I mean, they were trying to be in the top 2 or 3 in the league to get to Kansas City, and really played as well as we played last year probably any time, and played as well in a big game as we've played in a long time. That was a big win, and then really disappointed in the semifinals of the conference tournament. We really did not defend very well. We didn't play together very well on offense. We just didn't play very well, and then you couple that with how well they played, because they really played. They really had a nice game, I thought, and we were lucky to be in the game, and ultimately we weren't at the end. I think we got beat. I know it was double digits, maybe 12 or 14.
I assume that this year's team has had an opportunity to look at that videotape.
Well, to be honest with you, the first 25 clips were from that game of things that we've got to do better. There's enough guys that played in that game. They need to see what it looked like, and then the next 25 were the game we played at Alva, where we played well. I mean, that's what you try to do. If you can control the things you can control, if you work at those things, other things will take care of themselves. There's so many things you can't control. I mean, Marshall Bell may make every tough shot tonight, but we try to guard him, those kind of things, and that's what I wanted to see is the difference when you really do things right and play hard and play together, how successful you are, and then when you do the opposite happens to you. So yeah, they've seen some of that.
Well, you have to be pleased with the way your guys are playing at this point after 6 games.
Well, again, it's hard to evaluate. I've talked about the teams we've played, but you can evaluate in practice, or we're making progress, and you kind of from game to game you can see improvement, and we're going to begin to find out a lot more. There's no doubt about that. But this has been a really fun team to be around and to coach, and they listen and they try hard, and really looking forward to see what they do tonight and Saturday, and then as we carry on through the conference season.
All right, Coach. Good luck.
Okay, thanks.
Comments from Coach Doug Tolan recorded earlier, and we conclude the national anthem here on the floor and getting ready for the introductions of the starting lineups tonight. And just a few minutes away from the start of this game, running late because the women's game, the Lady Bison and the Lady Rangers, was a long game. Lady Bison came from down 13, I believe it was, in the first half, built a good lead, and then the Lady Rangers came back and took the lead, and then the Lady Bison came back and held on for a double-digit victory to go 1-0 in Sooner Athletic Conference play. The Bison will start Wilson at 6'4", McKay at 5'11", Isham at 6'2", Eccles at 6'5", McIntosh at 6'6". The Rangers start Glover at 5'10", Freemeyer at 6'6", Guilherme at 6'5", Bell at 5'11", Aquari at 6'1". So the two teams neither team has any kind of a significant height advantage. OBU's first conference game of the season. Got a nice crowd on hand for this game. And as I've already mentioned, it's a big game. For these two ball clubs, EMMANUEL Wilson has the highest scoring game for OBU this year at 31. McIntosh has a 30-point game. David Johnson a 23-point game. Cale Jackson Derek Eccles an 18-point game. Cale Jackson a 13-point game. Marquez Anderson a 12-point game. Top rebound game for OBU was Marquez Anderson with 10. That's the only double-digit rebound game for the Bison this year. And Jacoby Isham has an 11-assist game. That's the leading assist game for OBU. For the Rangers, their highs this year, 26 points for Jonathan Freemeyer, 23 for Marshall Bell, 20 for Jeremy Felton, 19 for Darrell Glover, 14 for Thiago Guilherme, and so they have people capable of putting up good scoring numbers. And Felton and Freemeyer tied to the top rebound games at 10, and Glover has a top assist game with 6. See who'll be jumping center. Looks like Freemeyer will jump. Got some scores here, women's scores. OBU, of course, defeated Northwestern 86-76. Southern Nazarene beat Mid-America Christian 73-41. OCU defeated USAO 98-44. Rogers State beat Wayland Baptist 64-43. Lubbock Christian held on to beat John Brown 61-58. And we're ready to start. And the tip is controlled off, and Northwestern comes up with the basketball. And I believe already Guilherme was hurt here. going inside. Glover puts up a shot. It's short and rebounded by Eccles. Down the floor, Isham. Isham slashes to the basket, lays it up and scores. Jacoby Isham takes it to the hoop and scores. And Guilherme might have got hit in the eye. And he's still talking to the official to see whether he's going to stay in or come out. He'll stay in. Northwestern's basketball. Bison set up in to show pressure in the backcourt, but they'll drop back. Isham shadows Glover. Glover comes over to the side to Aquari. Aquari out front to Freemeyer. Ball knocked away. Freemeyer gives it to Aquari. Now to Bell. Bell slashes inside. Runner is up. No good. Foul called on Heath McKay. It's on the floor. Marshall Bell will inbound, and he throws it out of bounds. OBU's basketball. He was trying to go to Thiago Guilherme, and Guilherme didn't see it coming. Eccles inbounds to McKay. Glover will shadow him. 2-0 OBU, 19-14 left first half. McKay down the right side. Goes down to Wilson on the baseline. Wilson comes out front to Isham. Isham to McKay. McKay to McIntosh. McIntosh out to Isham. Isham to McIntosh. McIntosh jumper in the air. Off the rim, no good. Freemeyer rebounds. Ball knocked away. McIntosh has it. Throws it out front to Isham. Isham, little jumper in the lane. Good. Averaging 3.2 points a game. He's got 4 already. 4-0. OBU 18:39 remaining first half. Pass down inside to Freemeyer, and Eccles called for a foul, reaching around to knock the ball away.
I don't think Derek got his money's worth on that one.
Bell will inbound. Lobs it into Freemeyer in the corner. Freemeyer to Aquari. Now to Bell. Bell got a 3 in the air. No good. Rebound to McIntosh. McIntosh to Isham. He stops at the top of the circle, and they set the offense. Man-to-man defense. McIntosh out front. Now to Wilson. Wilson off to McKay. McKay down to McIntosh. McIntosh against Guilherme. Comes out to Isham. Isham to Wilson. Wilson for 3. Off the back of the rim. Eccles gets a rebound. Goes off to McIntosh for the layup. Off to Wilson for the layup.
What a nice pass by Derek.
Wilson right down the lane. Took the feed and laid it in. It's 6-0 OBU, 17:58. We've got a timeout on the floor. It's a 30 for the Northwestern Rangers. Coach Andrew Brown wanting to slow this down.
Boy, Derek did a great job getting the offensive rebound, as D'Angelo had gotten a nice offensive rebound earlier in this opening minutes. But a beautiful feed to Emmanuel slashing to the basket. And Derek was excited as anybody.
Very impressed with the crowd tonight, Marty.
Yeah, it's a good turnout here for the season opener. A good student section cheering on the Bison. They were treated to an entertaining women's game, which OBU won in the opener as well.
Guilherme to inbound, runs the baseline, gets it to Aquari. He'll work it up the floor against McKay. Aquari to Bell. Wilson's on Bell, gets it to Guilherme against McIntosh, out front to Freemeyer. He goes into the lane, got a little runner up, and it crawls over the rim and goes in. Eccles trying to cover Freemeyer. Freemeyer's a big body. Eccles off to Isham on the left side, now out to Wilson. Wilson throws it away, gets it back. Wilson goes to the layup, goes to the goal. He's fouled by Freemeyer. No, by Guilherme. And Wilson may be hurt. He's down on the floor. Wilson was going up high, and apparently Guilherme moved in front of him, and Wilson hit the floor hard.
He elevated so well, and he was on top of the defender.
6-2 OBU, 17:26 left first half. At the free throw line, Emmanuel Wilson to shoot 2. Emmanuel, a 77.8% free throw shooter on the season. He may need an adjustment after this one.
We don't have a chiropractic. We're not Life College.
Emmanuel's free throw is good. He'll have another. Senior from Norman, Oklahoma, 6'4". Good. He gets both. 4 points for him. 8-2 OBU. Glover drives, kicks it in the corner to Aquari, down the baseline, steps. Freemeier's shot is up wild and it's tipped out, and Glover comes out with it. Bison had a chance, but let it get away from him. Glover to Freemeier on the post. He goes to the free throw line against McIntosh, shoots a fall away, no good. Rebound to Eccles. Eccles to McKay, to Isham. Isham out to Eccles, out high. Back door to Wilson, and Wilson is fouled by Freemeier. Freemeier jumped over in front of him and didn't get there in time. Emmanuel didn't get a shot off, so it's on the floor.
I think Emmanuel was smart to pull up when he did, because it could have been a charge if the referee had read it wrong, as I would describe it.
Pass comes in to McIntosh, to Eccles, to Isham. Isham over to the left side. To McIntosh in the corner. His man falls down. He goes to the basket and kicks it out to McKay. McKay into the lane to Isham. Isham's got a jumper in the air. 3. Not a 3, but a 2. His third basket of the game.
He's a machine.
10-2 OBU with 16:28 play. First half. Glover comes off a screen set by Dylan Fife, who's just checked in. Out front, Freemeier for 3. He can hit those. Misses this one. It's tipped out. Eman comes up with it. Emmanuel down the floor. Drives it, gives those off to Eccles. Eccles is fouled as he shoots. Eccles will shoot 2. One thing you know when you play Northwestern, they don't mind fouling you. They'll send you to the free throw line. They don't give up easy layups.
The Bison crashing the boards as they've done in their non-conference games, and hard work paying off with trips to the line.
Five checked in to replace Guillermo a while ago. Eccles' first free throw is good. Derek on the season is a 53.8% free throw shooter. He shot the most free throws on the team. He's now 15 of 27. And Ryan Bruce getting set to check in. Eccles misses the second one. The rebound is off to Aquari. And down the floor is Bell. And he shoots a long, long 3 off the rim. And it'll go out of bounds. OBU's basketball. Ryan Bruce is a 6'2 freshman guard out of Glen Rose, Texas. And he takes Aquari's place. Isham up the floor against Glover. Comes back and goes inside, and a block called. Eccles trying to go inside with the basketball and got a nice pass. And Bell fouls him. It'll be his first personal. That's the 4th team foul against the Rangers. OBU inbounds on the baseline. McIntosh kicks it out front to Isham. They're doing a good job of covering McIntosh. Isham out to McIntosh. He fakes the shot. Steps inside, kicks it to Eccles. Eccles, it has his shot blocked, but gets it and puts it back in. He went up like he was going to dunk. They blocked it. He got his shot, his rebound, and put it in. 13-2 OBU, 15:27 to play. Glover lost it on his back, but got it back. Now he goes off to Freemeier. Freemeier underneath the 5. 5 shot is blocked by McIntosh. Out to McKay. McKay to Isham. Isham down the floor, holds up, comes out to McKay, and he throws it away. Bell anticipated that one. Bell goes in, and goaltending call on Wilson.
And the shame of it is, Emmanuel hit the backboard. That ball wouldn't have gone in anyway.
Bell laid it up and off the glass, and it wasn't coming back down, but E-Man slapped the board, and that's a goaltend. 13-4. 15:04 left first half.
As his father sits across the way smiling, a wry smile.
Got to watch those automatic passes. Marquez Anderson in for OBU. Johnson's in. Johnson out front to Wilson. Back to Johnson. Johnson is double teamed. Comes off to Marquez. Marquez along the baseline. Stepped out of bounds, the official says, after a good bump.
Jesse Smith in the game. Got that contact.
Jesse Smith, a 6'7 freshman forward from Coopery, Texas. or Cooperl.
It should be Coppell, which is spelled with a C. I think. I've never heard of this one with a K.
Coppell is what it is. Here's a pass down to Glover, out to Bell. Bell to Bruce, out front. Guilherme misses it, or not, Guilherme misses a shot. Isham down the floor to Johnson. Johnson inside, lays it up and scores on Guilherme.
Nice hesitation by David to get the opening for the basket.
That's Johnson's first basket, 15-4 OBU, 14-10 to play first half. Bruce with the basketball. Drives on Johnson. Block, gets it off, nice pass to Guilherme, who lays it in. He was double teamed, and so the free man went to the hoop and he got the ball to him. Isham over to the right side, reverses, comes back to Wilson. Wilson for three. Got it. E-Man, three-pointer. He's got 7 points, 19-6 OBU, 13:40 remaining in the half. Glover to Bell. Bell cross court to Bruce. Bruce drives the right side, back out to Bell, over to Glover. Glover to Guilherme. He drives the left side and throws it off to Fife.
Up and down.
To Smith, rather, and Smith puts it in. He came off the floor and he went back down. Doug Tolan, well, the official
nobody
says
touched the ball. Yeah, it wasn't. Bad call.
Here's Johnson.
And David gets away with the walk, so.
To Isham. Isham over to Wilson. Wilson open, got a three in the air. Good.
He doesn't need much space.
10-point three, man. 21-8 OBU. 12:48 to play. First half. Glover with the basketball. Drives. Goes inside. Now he comes back out. Out front to Guilherme. He'll shoot a three out there. Off the rim. No good. Marquez Anderson had blocked off. Wilson comes up with the basketball. Isham holds up. Goes to Wilson. Wilson may have got away with a travel. Puts one up on the rim. No good. And rebounded to Smith. Down the floor to Bell. Bell stops. He shoots a three out there. No good. Rebound is knocked out of bounds by Bruce. As he goes over Johnson to do that. Heath McKay comes in. And Isham comes out. Derek Eccles comes out. And McIntosh comes back. It's Anderson, McKay, Wilson, McIntosh, and Johnson on the floor right now. Anderson inbounds to Glover. To McKay, who is shadowed by Glover. McKay up the floor. Reverses to the left. Where he's double teamed. Gets it off to Wilson. Wilson to Johnson. Johnson to McIntosh to Wilson for three. Got it. That's three straight threes for EMMANUEL Wilson. 24-8 OBU. 11:46 remaining first half. Glover.
All since the goal
top. He's got Guilherme. Now he comes off to Bruce. Bruce can't get it off. Here it is to number 10, Andrew McNabb. He's on the baseline to somebody big. And that is Jeremy Felton, and he scores on a
went over Marquez
10-foot jump shot. He's averaging 15.6 points, 5.9 rebounds off the bench. He's a big lad. Here's a McKay to Marquez Anderson. He's against Felton in there in the lane. Puts up a little hook off short, and foul called on McIntosh over the back on the rebound. OBU 24, Northwestern 10, 11:08 left first half. That's the first foul on D'Angelo and the third team foul against OBU. Cale Jackson comes in and Wilson comes out for OBU. Guilherme is back for the Rangers. Here's Guilherme out front, goes off on the wing to McNabb, and the ball knocked out of bounds by Marquez Anderson. McNabb trying to pass it to Felton. Freemeyer comes back, and Guilherme goes out. Glover, Quarry, Freemeyer, Felton, and McNabb. Out front with it, Glover. Glover goes off to Quarry. Quarry drives the left side, goes inside. His shot is no good. It's on the rim. Offensive basket interference. One of the Rangers got their hand up on the rim in the net.
I'm
don't
sorry,
think
I failed to see who it was.
anyway.
Yeah, but it was definitely offensive basket interference. Good call by the official.
10:45 remaining first half, 24-12. Here's Johnson on the right side, and he throws it away. Nope, retrieved by McKay. It was deflected, and McKay came up with it. McIntosh for three out front. He got it. McIntosh knocks down the three, his first points of the game. 27-12, OBU, 10:26 remaining first half. Pass on the wing to Aquari from Glover to McNabb to Glover, back out to Aquari. Aquari to McNabb on the wing to Freemeyer out front, in on the post to Felton. He turns and he scores and he's fouled. Marquez Anderson draws the foul. Nice post move by Jeremy Felton. He's got 4 points and he'll shoot a free throw.
Marquez has been battling in hard against the big men for Northwestern. First Smith and now Felton. Felton got the best of him that time. Marquez has been holding his own.
Felton's free throw no good, and the long rebound goes off to Glover, and Glover kicks it out to Aquari. He shoots a three, airballed and tipped way out front, and Glover comes up with it. He's got Freemeyer inside to Felton, and Felton is fouled hard. Johnson fouls him.
If they weren't going to give him the uncontested basket, he'll have to earn these points at the line where he just missed a free throw. Ball bouncing the Rangers' way, however.
Felton with 2 free throws coming up. Felton makes this free throw on the season. He's a 65.7% free throw shooter. 27-13. Bruce comes in and Glover goes out for the Rangers. Bruce, McNabb, Aquari, Freemeyer, and Felton gets both free throws. 27-14, 9:52 to play. They put on pressure in the backcourt, sort of a zone press. And here's Johnson on the wing with it. Goes off to McIntosh, and a charge called on McIntosh.
He collided with Freemeyer.
And that's D'Angelo's second foul. Eccles will come in. McIntosh goes out.
Second foul in the span of a minute and a half.
Jacoby Isham going to come back for OBU. He'll get Cale Jackson. Eccles, Isham, McKay, Johnson, and Anderson for OBU. Freemeyer inbounds to Bruce, and he'll work it up the floor against McKay. Goes off on the wing to Felton. Now out front to Freemeyer. Freemeyer to Aquari, and a reach in by Eccles is going to be called.
No, it's
on Johnson. Push on Johnson, they say. His second foul.
Slight contact gets the call there.
That's a 1-and-1. Emmanuel Wilson comes in. Johnson goes out. Our monitor getting kind of dim, Marty, kind of dark. There, that's great there.
All right, you're welcome.
Better angle. Aquari shooting 1-and-1, misses it, and McNabb gets the rebound, puts one up and in.
Bison got to do a better job of sealing out on the free throws.
30-second timeout for OBU. Those are long rebounds, and came out long into the lane. And McNabb got it, went over to the right side and banked one in. It's 27-16, 9-point lead for OBU with 9:20 left in the first half. Wilson, Eccles, Isham, McKay's back in. Johnson's out, and Anderson. Felton, Freemeyer, Aquari, McNabb, and Bruce for the Rangers. Heath McKay will bring it down. Off to Isham on the right side. Isham to Anderson. Anderson to Eccles. Eccles to McKay. McKay's got a three in the air. It's too hard. Rebound. Tipped out. Eccles comes out with it. Eccles to McKay. McKay to Isham on the baseline. They're in a zone defense now. Pass out front to Eccles. Eccles to Wilson. Now they're in a man-to-man. Here's McKay to Isham. To Wilson, open on the side. Swish. He got his 4th free.
Nice work to get him open.
30-16 with 8:36 left first half. Bruce, high right, goes off to Aquari. Aquari out front to Felton. Felton pulls up for the jumper, too long, and a foul on as Freemeyer got the rebound out inside. That ball didn't hit the rim. It hit the glass right into Freemeyer's hands underneath on the right.
Pass. Another one on Derek, John.
And Derek Eccles picks up his first personal foul.
That earlier one we thought was on him.
McIntosh has 2 and is on the bench. Robert Johnson 2, and he's on the bench. David Johnson, rather, on the bench with 2. Freemeyer shooting 2. Misses the first. He'll have another.
You know, John, we talk about the hard work that the Bison do on defense and on getting rebounds at both ends of the floor, but it was hard work on that last offensive possession. Everybody doing what they're supposed to do, which ended up springing E-Man for an open 3.
Freemeyer's free throw again, no good, and rebounded by Derek Eccles.
Good intensity.
McKay down with it. Hands it off to Isham. Isham over on the left side is in trouble. Gets it off. Double dribble call.
Oh, they say
no walk call.
Slid his pivot foot, according to the official furthest from the play.
Marshall Bell comes back, and Glover's back, along with Thiago Guilherme, and checking in Tyler Inman. First time we've seen him. Felton stays in. Here's Glover working against Isham. Glover drives, stopped, kicks it off to Guilherme. Fall away jump shot, no good. Tipped out by Isham, comes away with a rebound. Took it away from Inman. Isham into the lane, stops to McKay. McKay fakes a 3, works off to the right side, double teamed, drives all the way to the baseline, out to Anderson. Anderson's little set shot, good, 2-pointer. Marquez Anderson moved to the spot just behind the free throw line, got an open shot, and it's 32-16, 7:30 to play in the first half. Here's Bell. Out front to Inman. Inman over to Glover. Glover up front with it to the top. Comes back to Guilherme into the lane to Felton. Ball knocked away, and the Bison come up with it. Eccles up with the loose ball. McKay pushes it down the floor to Eccles.
Oh, he walks.
And they call a walk on Eccles. Said he drug his pivot foot.
He didn't drag it. He didn't drag it. He just took an extra step. He lost track.
7:04 left in the first half. OBU 32, Northwestern 16. Glover takes the inbound pass. He'll bring it up against Isham. Isham comes off a Felton screen, pulls up for 3 out front, no good. Rebound to Eccles, and a foul called inside on Guilherme, I believe.
Over the back on Guilherme as Derek skied for that rebound.
Boy, I like the way Marquez Anderson screened. He screened off Felton, where Felton could not get in rebound position. That left Eccles. We've got timeout on the floor. It's a full timeout. OBU leads 32-16, 6:52 to play. We'll be back after this message on Cool Gold, KGFF. All right.
Yeah, I've been watching Marquez in those matchups with those big guys, and he's not taking half a second off. And it's been pretty good. And then if you don't scout him, you don't expect him to have that outside shot either.
Yeah. Every possession is big.
Yep. And they're playing every possession.
The Oklahoma Baptist University Bison have opened up a 16-point lead, 32-16, 6:52 to play in the first half. The ball belongs to OBU after the timeout.
Bison with 5 3-pointers during the opening 13 minutes of conference play, John.
4 of those from EMMANUEL Wilson. Here's Isham up the floor against Glover. Comes off an Eccles screen to the left side. Out to Marquez Anderson. He's got a 3 in the air. Swish!
Leave him open. Leave him open.
5 points for Marquez Anderson. 35-16. OBU 6:33 to play. Glover gets the ball to Bell. Back to Felton now to Glover. Glover drives into the lane. Ball knocked away. And coming out with it is Heath McKay, and he's fouled by Dylan Fife. And that is foul number 6, so we're not in the 1-and-1 yet.
Here comes Obi.
Kene Obi comes in for Derek Eccles.
You know that Kene, Obi's got to be glad to get in there against Freemeyer, somebody who's close to him in size. He hasn't seen much of that.
Isham down the floor, reverses off the Obi screen.
What a screen.
To Anderson, top of the circle, 3 in the air, in and out, no good. Obi gets the rebound, puts it up, he's fouled. Obi will shoot 2. Coach Andrew Brown complaining that Kene Obi was over the back on that rebound. But he just reached over them.
Yeah. Just because you're over the back doesn't mean you're making any contact.
Obi's free throw, no good. Kene's second free throw off the rim, no good. Rebound by Glover. He'll get down the floor quickly. He's on the dribble down the floor, goes all the way in, and Isham checks him out to Freemeyer. Freemeyer drives past Obi, lays one up, no good. Rebounded by Obi. Outlet to Isham. Isham to the top of the circle. Now he goes to the hook, stops, and jump ball called. It'll be OBU's basketball.
It's probably a break because it looked like Jacoby had taken a step with the defender hanging on him.
Ryan Bruce comes back in for Northwestern. Inbound play, and we've got a foul called, and that's on Dylan Fife, I believe. Sends Marquez Anderson to the line to shoot 1-and-1. Fife drew his second personal foul. He'll come out, and Jesse Smith comes back for the Rangers. And Marquez at the free throw line has 5 points, his first free throw attempt. Front end of a 1-and-1, good. He's averaging 4.7 points, but he can shoot the basketball. Shooting 52.4% from the field and 83.3% from the line. He gets the second one. 7 points here in the first half, 37-16.
Nice lead.
5:37 left in the first half. Bruce against Isham. Works over the left side. Now comes off pass inside to Freemeyer. Freemeyer backs, turns on Anderson, and a foul called on Anderson.
Say he leaned in on Freemeyer instead of keeping his verticality. That's 2 on Marquez.
Freemeyer is 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Has 6 points here in the first half. He'll shoot 2 with 5:22 remaining in the first half.
Got a delay for the referee checking something at the scores table. He's satisfied.
Freemeyer at the free throw line. Freemeyer had a huge game against OBU in the SAC tournament. Makes the first free throw. He's got 7 points. Eccles checks in, and Marquez Anderson comes out. Wilson, McKay, Isham, Kene, Obi, and Eccles. The second free throw is good. OBU basketball, 37-18 lead for OBU. 5:19 to play first half. Isham with the basketball. Freemeyer pushes him way out front. Isham is tied up. That ball will go to Northwestern. As they trapped him out there, and Jacoby's got to figure that one out quicker and get rid of it. Bell will inbound, comes into Bruce. Bruce going against Isham. Drives, kicks it to Inman. Inman off to Bruce. Bruce has got Smith in there wide open as Obi left him. Kane Obi left him to help out, try to help on defense out front. And it's 37-20. Obi to McKay. McKay out front. Goes off to Isham. Isham drives. We've got a foul called.
Smith holding Obi.
Foul on Smith. That sends Obi back to the free throw line. He missed 2 free throws a little earlier. Cale Jackson comes in and Heath McKay goes out. Isham, Jackson, Obi, Eccles, and Wilson on the floor. It's a 1-and-1. He misses the front end, so he's 0 for 3 from the free throw line.
And Inman got the rebound for the Rangers to complicate things.
Bruce drives, stops, kicks it over to Inman. Now in on the post. Freemeyer backs in on Eccles. Shot is in. He threw that one up and it went in somehow. 4 points for Freemeyer. 37-22 from a 21-point lead to a 15-point lead. Wilson with the ball goes off to Cale Jackson to Isham. Isham needs to move, does. Top of the circle. Goes off, throws it away. Smith steals it. Bruce steals it. Stolen away from Bruce. Wilson lead pass down for Cale Jackson. Cale Jackson goes to the goal and he's fouled hard by Bruce. Cale Jackson will shoot 2 free throws.
That Derek knocked that thing away, sliding in.
That's right.
Like a runner going to second in a ball game. Knocked it away to give Cale the chance to get a couple of free throws. Stop this mini run by the Rangers.
Like Holiday taking out the second baseman of the Rangers on the double play. Here's Cale Jackson. Or maybe that was the shortstop. Jackson makes his first free throw. That's his first point of the ball game. He's an 83.3% free throw shooter. 38-22, 16-point lead.
I remember Holiday getting thrown out about this far from second.
Cale makes the second free throw. 39-22.
They've got the banner, don't they?
Yeah, how'd the Braves do? All right.
They've been resting.
Marshall Bell against Wilson. Over to the side to Inman. Inside to Freemeyer, and he is fouled from the opposite side by Isham.
I think, it's going to get charged.
It's Eccles and Desmond Griffin is in now, along with Wilson, Cale Jackson, and Isham. Freemeyer's first free throw short. Just barely got there.